Welcome to a new and exciting yoga journey. While 200 study hours is the generally accepted requirement for preparing a person to teach yoga, the truth is, yoga is a lifetime practice. Your journey began with that first tentative yoga or meditation class you took early on, an experience that somehow inspired you to return for a second class and stroke something deep inside, making you desire to learn more. That is probably what brought you to looking for teacher training. Teacher training takes you deeper along your ever-unfolding yoga path, instilling greater awareness of the deeper dimensions of yoga while also providing mentorship and guidance for learning more expansive techniques for integrating mind, body, and spirit. This online course bundle offers 200 hours of yoga education to provide participants with the core competencies required to teach yoga safely and appropriately. Perfect as a foundation course for those new to yoga teacher training, or as a review for those who have had previous training yet wish to deepen their understanding or awareness, this program is offered as a standalone course or supplemental material for those attending our in-person training. Whatever has brought you to this course, we hope it will instill a love of learning and appreciation for yoga's practices and will deepen your relationship with self and yoga. Students often choose to take this online course in lieu of attending an in-person training. Completion will provide participants with a 200-hour yoga online teaching certification. But please understand that online trainings cannot be registered with Yoga Alliance due to the organization's 160 contact hour requirement. If at the end of this course you wish to attend an in-person training with us for any reason, either because the online format did not suit your learning style or because you later feel inclined to formally register with Yoga Alliance, we are happy to apply 100% of the online tuition to any of our on-site RYS-200 hour courses. Heartwood is registered with Yoga Alliance to teach RYS-200 hour yoga teacher trainings, as well as advanced RYS-300 hour yoga teacher trainings and children's yoga certification. We are also an accredited facility with the International Association of Yoga Therapy. Due to COVID-19, they have lifted some of the restrictions on yoga teachers' trainings. If the program includes Zoom sessions, they will allow those to be used as the in-person contact hour requirement. Make sure that you're registering for a course that includes the Zoom sessions if you wish to join one of these organizations. We provide this option so no one taking this course will ever feel that the time or the money they invested in this yoga training was a mistake. Students who are enrolled in any of our RYS-200 hour trainings on site are provided access to this course as a review to help them process and retain what they learned with us in person and as a valuable resource to support their teaching. So whether you do the Heartwood 200 hour yoga teacher training course online alone, before joining us or after, we believe this material will be instrumental in supporting your ever-unfolding yoga journey. Educational materials will be required to accompany the lessons in this course. Most of the material we will be referencing is in the Heartwood Yoga Training Manual, which you can download. A PDF file of each section is included with each course. We advise you to download these sections and keep them collected in a 3-ring binder for reference and note-taking. In addition to our comprehensive manual, there are 2 required books, the Yamas and Niyamas by Deborah Adele and the Key Muscles of Yoga by Ray Long. These books are easy to order online or can be downloaded, and hard copies can be had for very reasonable costs. 2 films are required for this course as well, Yoga Unveiled and Ayurveda Unveiled. You may wish to purchase these films. However, we have an arrangement with the producer of these educational materials to provide a stream copy to our students for a discounted rate of $25 per film. A discount code is included in the downloadable notes with this particular section of your coursework. In addition to the educational materials required, we will be referencing additional materials that we highly recommend students use to enhance their learning experience. The books recommended are important and highly respected materials that we believe every well-trained yoga teacher should be familiar with and have on their shelves for reference. The films can be streamed for free or for as little as $5, depending on what access you have. They've been selected because they are inspirational and entertaining, while also a great complement to certain lectures we will be sharing, and they will provide deeper contemplation for you on the teachings. Like any journey, the only way to move forward is one step at a time. The best way to get started is simply to get started. The full 200-hour course is presented as a bundle of independent subjects. This assures we comprehensively cover the required competencies while giving students an opportunity to follow their interest or energies at any study period. We understand that some days or in some circumstances, it may be easier to be present for something physical that takes up space, such as asana practice, whereas another day, the more academic material, like anatomy, might be easier to focus on. By offering the courses independently, you have flexibility in your daily study choices. We have loaded the coursework somewhat in the order that we feel the material should be addressed. But this doesn't mean you must take all of each subject before moving on to another course if this is your first or only yoga teacher training experience. Sometimes the best way to proceed is to take portions of each course, such as spending 1 or 2 hours on anatomy, later spending a few more hours on posture focus or meditation, practice classes, and philosophy. We do each a little bit at a time before moving on to the next subject. Yoga was never meant to be a segmented course of studies and is designed to be an integration of the 8 limbs or disciplines. By taking an hour or so of each course, then moving on to a different subject either in that study session or the next, you will also more closely emulate what occurs in an in-person training, as in this case, each day students do practice, learn some anatomy, engage in lectures or discussions on philosophy, and practice teach, only to continue on in those same subjects again the next day. Students who are using this course only as a review may, of course, choose to visit only those subjects that are required or that they want to revisit as reinforcement of their training. So let's do a quick overview of the coursework included. We recommend everyone begin with a very short overview course called What is Yoga? A Review of the 8 Limbs. This will not only teach you what we will be studying throughout this course, but why it is important for a yoga teacher to learn these elements. Posture focus is one of the larger and very important elements of this course. It begins with an introduction to Sanskrit lecture, so you can pronounce the postures correctly as you learn them. After this, we will go through all postures that are required to learn in the 200-hour level certification, and they are divided by category. Specific alignment and important factors regarding each of the postures is offered. There are tests to assure you have processed each category of poses. Hands-on adjustments, modifications, and special considerations are offered. This is followed by a hands-on adjustments lecture, which reviews the appropriateness, safety, and when and why you might put your hands on a student. Following this is a sequencing lecture to help you understand the appropriate way to build a yoga class and sequence these postures. Our online anatomy course is also very comprehensive, and this is a requirement for those who are taking our online course or even those who are here with us in person. It begins with a detailed and comprehensive anatomy for yoga class instruction to build a foundation of understanding as you study asana. For this reason, we do recommend you start the anatomy early on in this course because it helps you to comprehend and understand much of the other coursework that we will address. Practice tests are involved to help you understand and comprehend the information. Demonstrations and suggestions for how this information serves you as a yoga teacher, and information about selecting appropriate practices for individual students in consideration of their physique and personal limitations is also included. Yoga philosophy, the Yamas and Niyamas, is an important course and one you can take at any time during your studies. Like others, this is one that you may want to spread out and revisit over a series of days, so you have time to process and contemplate the information within. It begins with a basic overview of yoga philosophy and the key text, which provide a foundation of understanding where yoga comes from and where our practices have derived from. This is followed by lectures on karma and non-attachment, which are key elements to understanding some of the other philosophy coming ahead. Lectures on each of the Yamas and Niyamas is included. Each one of these lectures takes about an hour to go through, and you want to portion them out slowly so you have time to savor the wisdoms within. We will be offering journaling prompts and written exercises on each segment of this course to help you process and apply the teachings to your own life. In order to be an authentic yoga teacher, you must be an authentic yogi first, and our hope for you is that you will learn this, apply it to your own life, and deeply contemplate these wisdoms, because this is what helps yoga become a truly transformational experience. Pranayama is a vital and engaging portion of our studies. This course will review the energetic body, and it begins with an anatomy and physiology of the respiratory system and an overview of the purpose and goal of pranayama. This is followed by a lecture on the subtle body, including the kosha model for healing. Review of pranayama exercises and techniques allows a teacher not only to learn what these exercises are, but how to share them with students. And quizzes will help you process and retain the information. The meditation portion of this course begins with the history and an overview of meditation, the goals and purpose. This is followed by anatomy and physiology pertaining to meditation, allowing us to understand the nervous system and how this practice affects the health and wellness of ourselves and our clients. A variety of meditation techniques is offered so that teachers learn a variety of styles that they can offer to students in different circumstances. This is followed by a 21-day practicum assignment so we can apply these techniques to our own life, practice them, and feel experientially how they affect our body. Chakras and the energetic body is taught through the science and practice of awakening energy. You will learn not only what the chakras are and how they affect our health and wellness, but methods to stimulate and soothe chakras that are overactive or blocked. We will then learn how this information can be applied to a yoga practice to help students heal and find balance, not only physically, but energetically. A yoga teacher should be well versed in the many faces of yoga today, as well as grounded in a classic understanding of yoga's history and progression to the contemporary version we practice today. For this reason, we address different branches of yoga and styles of yoga and learn the great masters and how they contributed to the world. Ayurveda is defined as the science of life, an eightfold system of medical knowledge of India and a companion science to yoga. Ayurveda can be key to understanding how yoga is so much more than just a tool for exercise or stress reduction, and has the potential to heal on the physical, mental, and spiritual level. While there is no time in a 200-hour training to dive deeply into Ayurveda, our introduction to the core concepts enriches a yoga practitioner and teacher's understanding of the Eastern view of health. Bells, Bowls, and Gongs for Yoga class is a continuation of our Energetic Studies unit. It begins with an overview of sound baths and chakra or vibrational healing, what it is, and how a teacher might implement this into their classes. We also cover how to select, care for, and properly play singing bowls, both crystal bowls and brass bowls. An introduction to gongs and gong meditations is followed with both theory and practice. And we offer a sample sound healing meditation. Students can enjoy this laying on the floor and just have the experience of it, but they may also watch it to see how it's done. We will be recommending you take at least 30 full yoga classes at home to enhance not just your technique and familiarity with yoga practice, but your awareness of proper sequencing, cueing, verbiage, and theme. Once you enter yoga teacher training, you pause from losing yourself in a practice as a student, and now will be participating on 2 levels, both as a student and a teacher in training. Our hope is that you will take these classes with heightened awareness, noticing the skill and flow of a yoga experience, contemplating what did and did not work for you and why, and noting the artistry required by a teacher to integrate different elements of yoga in a 1-hour class on the mat for a deeply inspirational, health-enhancing, and transformative experience. We will refer you to our YouTube channel where new classes are added weekly, and you are also invited to take classes from local studios or other online sources. But at least 10 specific classes are offered in our classes coursework, and after taking these, we will ask you to do a survey about what you observed and learned. This formal feedback will help you learn how to analyze and draw deeper understanding from participating in yoga classes as a teacher trainee, information which will help you become a more effective teacher yourself. When you download the notes in this section of the course, you will be provided contact information so you can reach us with any questions or concerns you have as you study. We are here for you as needed. Students taking this course as a review or to complement their in-person training will not need to schedule Zoom meetings with us. But for those students who wish to take the course online only, we encourage you to set up 4 private Zoom meetings as you get to the end of your coursework to discuss or show examples of where you are in your progress. We will be asking you to either teach one of our staff members on Zoom or tape yourself teaching both sun salutations as well as a full yoga class to demonstrate your final competency for certification. By teaching us via long distance, you can get honest feedback and counsel and be sure you are progressing in the material and being able to apply it to your teaching in the strongest way possible. Don't be nervous. Think of your interaction with us less of a test and more as one-on-one mentorship to help you become a truly great teacher. The last course we recommend you take is the Business of Yoga. This course will cover yoga certification basics and give you an overview of Yoga Alliance and its role in yoga today. It will cover insurances, permits, and other business necessities. We discuss when and where to teach and different compensation you can expect. How to market and manage your yoga teaching business is addressed, as well as yoga teaching ethics. This course may be all you need to teach yoga with confidence and competence. But if after the online method of study you decide the Heartwood in-person experience would be a benefit to you, either to reinforce this material, to enjoy the transformational quality of working in a tribe in an inspirational spiritual center, or just to fulfill the Yoga Alliance contact hour requirement so you can register your certification, you can sign up for any of our RYS-200 hour courses online by paying your deposit to confirm a spot, and the amount of this online tuition will be applied to your course's tuition. We hope you will enjoy this online training. May your relationship with yoga deepen and expand through your studies. Namaste.